Okay, here we go. We're going to draw a paintbrush and we're going to paint it. This is a Creative Mark Mimic 6 round. And we're going to draw it on the diagonal here. And I am just going to trace it. To get my lines straight. Okay, so didn't get them too straight there, so I'm going to erase it and I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, this comes right here, and I'm gonna just look at my brush here, and there I'm gonna draw this line where the bristles end, and I'm just gonna come down and measure on where this starts. These lines. I'm going to kind of come out a little bit because this kind of goes in. All right. All right, simple enough. Okay, so now we're going to paint it. Now this is a sort of a, let's see, I wouldn't call it ultramarine, and I wouldn't call it, oh, let's see. I'm going to mix that with a little bit of, I'm going to mix it in with this yellow to double it down a little bit, because it's not really, I don't know if that's a good color match either. I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper and test my colors. Oh, that's too green. So I'm going to add a little bit more blue. That's pretty close. Let me add just a teeny tiny bit more blue. I'd say that's pretty good. Could be a little bit darker, so I might put a couple layers on there. So, okay, here we go. I'm just going to paint that in. I find it easier if I can pull it towards me. So I'm using Holbein paint here, and I will put a link in the description below on where you can get these. You can get them in sets or individual. Okay. Alright, so there's the handle. It's not perfect. Very sketcherly and painterly. Okay, so now we're going to go up, and we're not going to do this metal part here right now, but we're going to go up and do the brushes. I need to move my paper up. We're going to do the bristles. So they look very dark to me, so I'm going to take a little bit of this color I mixed and combine it with some burnt umber. And we're going to go back into that blue, and we're going to combine it straight on. Okay, here's it looks black on the palette, but it's still very blue, so I need to add a little bit more burnt umber. Let's see what it is now. Still kind of blue. It's getting kind of green. Let's go back and get some more blue. So I'm still getting blue. It's dark, which that kind of would have been kind of good for that. Might still use it. So I'm going to go in just with some, I'm just going to get some black. Okay, so there's our test, and I'm just going in with some straight black, because that looks like what it is to me. Just looks black, and I can't seem to get a black from the colors I used. I can get a dark, but I can't get a black. So we're just gonna get a black from our we're going to leave a little sliver of white just to indicate brush. Okay, so let's go back in with that this darker, and let's give this some shadow. because that's a nice color. Okay, so that gives that a little bit of dimension. Alright, so let's let that dry. And we will come back and we'll finish it off with our ferrule, and then I am going to use some white gel pen on this to do the lettering on this brush, and we'll go around it in our marker. After we paint this gray, we're going to make a really light gray, and you know, I think then we'll be finished with our paintbrush painting. Okay, here we are. We're back, and we're going to finish this watercolor paintbrush. Now, I'm adding some water to black, and that's just going to give me a gray. And I think that that will work. We could also take some white and add it to black and make some gray. Kind of like that. So I don't know. I still think the water added to black is going to be my favorite. So that's what I think I'm going to do. We can always go back over it with the other if we want. So let's go here, and we're going to paint this gray with a light wash of black watercolor. Okay, so now while that dries, we're going to go back and with our marker and we're going to go around and oh, that bled into that a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're going to, let's take this watered down black and make our shadow. So we're going to do that by going right underneath and not quite touching it. And make a shadow underneath. And then we're going to rinse our brush, and we're going to take that and just soften those edges so we don't have any hard edges. Okay, so that looks like it's on sitting on a table, and there's the shadow. Okay, so let's take some of this watery black mix and let's make this top of this just a little bit darker, and the bottom just a little bit darker. And maybe around that too. Okay, not perfect, but it kind of looks like it's got some shine to it, and it's rounded. Let's see if I can take a little bit more of this blue and go right around the edge here. A little bit more. Make it look a little bit more rounded. And this part down here would be a little darker too, because it's shaded. Just a teeny tiny bit on your brush. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do with paint. Now I'm going to get a white gel pen. Let's see, is that dry? Because I still need to go around this part with the marker. Okay. Maybe take this and take that. Put little marks there. Alright, so I've got little marks in here to indicate that it's a brush highlight. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to bring that point out just a little bit further. And I don't know if I'm going to do any more with marker or not, or with the black marker. But with this white pen, is that dry? I think it is. I am going to put number 6. I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it up like this. I'm going to put number 6. And then I'm going to write round. And I think that's it. I think that's all we're going to do. I kind of like that. What do you think? So get something around your house and paint it in your sketchbook, and we will do this together. I'm going to sign my name to my work. It's Denise. And it's still August 2020. So, leave in the comments below your painting and let me know what you did, or get a hold of me through email or text message and let me know how you did on your painting. I'm having fun with this challenge. I can't wait to fill up this book. So, we'll do something else easy the next time. See you later. Like and subscribe. I'll put a link in the description below of the materials I'm using so you can go and order them for yourself if you like it. These are really good paints. I really like them. They're Holbein. But use what you have. And just remember, you can mix any color you want. So, thanks guys for watching. Bye.